It's time for The Scraphouse with Austen Lane and Kasey Kuhrts on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network.
What's up?
What up, Kasey?
Chilling, bro.
How we doing, man?
You know, surviving.
Team
thriving.
Black Shirts once again.
You do what you got to do.
We do what we got to do.
I mean, it's all we got.
Yep.
It's what we got to offer here.
That's all we need.
It's all we need here at the Scraphouse on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. A lot to do. The good news is most of what we have to do has nothing to do with actual wrestling.
Okay.
Because we've got to talk WWE releases.
We do.
We've got to talk about 2 episodes of television that definitely happened.
They did.
And then we got to talk about Backlash and what we think is going to happen.
Backlash predictions, man. It's going to be an action-packed full show today.
Yeah, it's going to be busy. So we'll get
Steven,
into
what's up, man? We see you.
I guess we should start with this damn camera.
Oh, do we need some white balance, Kasey?
That might have worked. You did it.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Hey.
That's pretty good on the
Hey,
fly
Action News Jax. Hi, your boy.
Cut the check.
I'm just saying. I'm ready.
My guys figured out how to work and figure out the cameras.
Dude came off the bench and just dropping 30 on people.
Out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So yeah, on a random, I don't know, Saturday, Friday, I don't know what night that was, when the releases started happening.
Oh, yeah.
Just out of the blue.
I think it was like a Friday. Yeah, it went on to the weekend.
Just out of nowhere.
Correct.
WWE with a lot of releases.
Yeah.
Most notably, Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler, which now, do we have anybody left from Pure Fusion Collective?
I think Zoe Stark's still there, yeah?
Zoe Stark's still employed. Okay.
So Zoe Stark's still there.
All right.
I'm really curious to see what the plan is with her now, though.
She'd just be in the next round, would be my guess.
Okay.
Carter and Chance, we'll see ya.
Yeah, which is kind of wild, Kasey, because I thought they had an interesting run towards the end. Like
they were just on television.
Yeah, pulling off moves you've never seen before.
Yeah.
So that was wild.
Dakota Kai.
That one hurts a little bit. I always enjoyed her.
Gigi Dolan, who was just on, not on wrestling, but she was just in the front row of the crowd like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Right after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Cora Jade, we'll come back to some of these, obviously.
Sure.
Jakara Jackson, another big one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then quite a few, there's some NXT names there, but quite a few other NXT names as well. Which is the most surprising one to you out of all of those names?
Yeah, I lean towards 2.
Okay.
I lean towards Cora Jade because like she had a pretty nice run in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Competed for championships, and then Braun Strowman. But like I feel like Braun Strowman and now I'm disappearing. This is like Back to the Future, and now I'm back. Whatever works, man. But I feel like Braun Strowman, who's been released and then let go, but like I think for what Braun Strowman's been able to do, Kasey, like he helped get. Every time I mention Braun Strowman, it's over. I think Braun Strowman. In fact, I think Braun Strowman has had the ability to get over Bronson Reed.
Yep.
He's helped get over Jacob Fatu.
Yes.
Like and by the way, when I say get over, he's put his body on the line.
Yes.
Right? Dude's not built to take a lot of bumps.
No.
Dude's been taking a lot of bumps. So I was a little surprised about Braun Strowman.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, they missed the opportunity of opportunities, which you pitched months ago at this point. Mm-hmm. And really, my first thought when I saw these releases were, we are never going to get dead Braun Strowman in the Wide Six.
That's true. See, I didn't even think about that point.
That was my first thought. Yeah. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
We missed an opportunity. The fact that, and now granted, the Wide Six is a whole different thing because where are they?
Yeah.
But like, he fit so well. Like, he fits so well in that story because he was very much a part of the story.
It's an emotional element. And let's be honest.
And it's not a stretch.
No. And when we talk about the Wyatt Six, it's all based off emotion. Right? I mean, you remember Bo Dallas's or Uncle Howdy's first promo that he cut talking about his dead brother. Like, this faction is based off of emotion. And I think Braun Strowman going there would have brought you some emotion. But I guess, unfortunately it didn't work out. Hey, Kasey, what kind of dirt does Dragon Lee and Apollo Crews have on WWE?
Listen, when I see Apollo Crews, when I see Dragon Lee, I think of 2 hardworking, ready for action on a moment's notice, quality workers, good company people.
Yep, because the WWE doesn't have enough masked luchadors right now.
I'm not going to lie, I was concerned.
Doesn't have enough masked luchadors.
I was concerned when these started coming out. I was like, oh, dear.
Hey,
One of my
Dragon Lee's
people's gonna
QB4 right now in terms of masked luchadors in WWE. I hate to tell you, Kasey. He's QB4.
He may be QB5, depending on how you feel about El Grande.
That's a good point, too.
So, I mean, he might be the bottom, just above Santos Escobar, who doesn't wear a mask, but you know, if he did, would probably jump in front of Dragon Lee. Yeah. Here's the thing. Apollo Crews is the sole survivor. Like, nothing will get Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews will be there until he's not, and he will retire.
Dude's gonna be working like backstage in some capacity eventually.
I don't know what
he's gonna be a GM. Just wait.
I don't know what he does, but like, jokes aside, he clearly does something. There is something that Apollo Crews does.
There's value, you're saying.
Well, dude, nobody can survive that long and not be on television.
Oh, I hear you.
Like there has to be a writing aspect, a training. Like there has to be something.
Is he running the cameras? Is he one of the cameramen?
He just did what you did. The white balance. He white balances.
He's the white balance guy? Okay.
I mean, there's got to be something. I was concerned about Dragon Lee. I'm not going to lie.
As you should have been.
So
I was concerned for you.
I'm glad that he's, still good and everything's up for now until the next round. I will say I was most surprised about Dakota Kai.
Yeah.
I know there was some tweets, if you will. I mean, who knows what's real and what's not, that she was in trouble for something. Like, not legal trouble, but just she was on their bad side, if you will.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, gone. Dakota Kai again, who it's been, I guess, a little bit since she was on TV, but like not very long ago, she was very much in the mix to win
Bailey and Io Sky.
She was in the mix to win the Intercontinental title the first time.
Correct.
Was she in the final? Was did Lyra beat her in the final?
Correct. Yes.
And gone.
And then had a rematch with Lyra too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And gone.
Gone.
We'll see you. And she came back from that probably.
TNA.
She came back from a long injury too, right before that. Remember, she was
correct.
Hurt, so that sucks for her.
She had a couple injuries.
She feels AEW to me.
Okay.
Like, not all of these scream AEW. Like, I think there's a scenario where Dakota Kai, like, not that they all won't have careers if they want them, but
but she could be a star in AEW.
I think she could be a star in AEW, especially if the Mariah May thing goes the way that it feels like a lot of people think it's going to go, and Mariah May's going to leave. That would open up a huge slot. Granted, there's a lot of talented women on AEW, but it feels like Dakota Kai could fit there. And then another surprising one, but I think the one that's gotten the most news is probably Cora Jade.
Yeah.
For her new ventures.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
You do what you gotta do. Like, I can't be
mad
at
that money,
her.
Kasey.
I have a feeling this is going to be one of those, like, you're going to see a tweet whatever day, because she's put it out multiple times, like June something.
Sure.
You're going to see a tweet like 2 or 3 days later. It's going to be like, Cora Jade made, or her new name, I forget what it is, made 1.2 million 2 days in. It's going to be like one of those tweets.
One of those. No, for sure. Because...
It's like good for her?
Well, no, good for her. If we're being fair, I feel like she's got a leg up on a lot of the content creators just because you're going to bring a whole wrestling fan base with you.
Yes.
she's already kind of famous.
Historically speaking, the wrestlers that go into that business,
that line of work,
have done okay.
Been okay.
Mandy Rose.
They're still doing it for a reason.
Done okay. Yeah. I forget the other girl's name. She's done okay. I mean, Chelsea Green did okay and actually came back.
They've all done okay.
Done okay. Yeah. So I think Cora Jade.
Best of luck to Cora Jade in her future endeavors.
But she's one to me that I have a feeling she won't need to wrestle anymore.
Unless she wants to. I think she was pretty talented.
No, I'm not saying she's bad wrestler. I'm just saying I don't think she's gonna need to.
No, she doesn't need to. I got you.
Is my guess.
Yeah.
I would assume Braun Strowman's probably done.
I think I think just in terms of like the way that he's kind of moving around and stuff, I think he's just been banged up, dude. I mean, we had like, how many of the Bronson Reed meat matches? Like,
few.
Dude's taking some abuse.
Yeah, and I mean, like, AEW doesn't make sense there, I don't think.
I don't think so.
TNA, I feel like, not that he's bigger than that, but at the same time, like, I feel like, what's the point?
It just wouldn't feel right.
Yeah, like, I feel like he could just be done and be like happy.
Put him in a TV show or movies or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could do something. Yeah. John Cena could get him a role or something.
Yeah, now we're talking.
So a lot of releases for WWE. We'll see.
I have some other news for you if you want to get into it real quick. So WWE released their like top merch getters for this past month.
Just this month.
Well,
WrestleMania season.
WrestleMania season, yeah. Guess who the top 3 is? Guess who number 1 is? Which is surprising, but it makes sense.
Cena.
Cena's number 2.
Okay. So I got 1 and 3.
1 and 3.
I feel like I see a lot of people in the Jey Uso gear.
Yeah, that's true. I think Uso is number 5, but not top 3.
So number 1 is neither of those two? That shocks me.
1 was kind of what we could call it a flash in the pan.
Penta?
Mm-mm.
Apollo Crews. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Flash in the pan.
Say his name.
No way.
Joe Hendry has the number 1 selling shirt right now.
The WrestleMania shirt?
The WrestleMania Joe Hendry shirt.
Wow.
Number 3. I'm going to give you a little hint here. He shouldn't have the number 3 selling shirt because he's not being promoted really at all. But people want this shirt. And Kasey?
Dragon Lee. No.
I mean, I've never seen a Dragon Lee shirt.
Yeah, they might not have him.
Mm-hmm.
Not being promoted like he should.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 selling shirt.
Me and you are going to like it.
Cross.
Yep.
Really?
Number 3 selling shirt right now. I think they call it the Puppet Master one, or the strings.
Yeah. Now that
is the number 3 selling shirt in WWE merch right now. Bigger than Jey Uso.
Wow. That is extremely interesting.
Bigger than Roman Reigns. How awesome is that?
That is cool.
Over what? 1 promo, essentially?
That wasn't even on all of the stuff has not been on television.
Correct.
And all the stuff that's been on television has been a few seconds.
Yep.
Wow. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Congrats to Karrion Kross. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I still hope they don't fire him because you never know. But
you know what? You never know. But I feel like when we put the Austen and Kasey stamp of approval on somebody, usually they're going to skyrocket to the moon. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that goes there.
I've seen
Pretty deadly. I'm sorry. I didn't. That was a rough one for me.
That was a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that I've seen a lot of people tweet that promo, the one where he just absolutely loses it.
As they should.
Since a bunch of people got released and they were like, this is making more and more sense. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, it kind of is making a lot more sense. But then I'm like, was he not kidding? Like, was it not?
But this is
like, I don't know.
Kasey, and you know what? I don't know either. And that's why I like it.
Fair.
Well, I like it.
That's fair. I wish they'd let him do something. But
this is true.
Anyway, so
all right.
There we go.
Well, let's break down these 2 shows quick and then try to get down to Backlash.
These were definitely shows. SmackDown, I forget exactly where in the world it was located, but it was indeed a television show, which started with some beef backstage that led to LA Knight walking right past him, calling him chumps, and then walking out to the ring, which he was greeted by Damian Priest, and those two were spitting a little bit. Priest was holding his ground on the microphone with LA Knight, which is not the easiest thing to do.
SmackDown, by the way, was in Des Moines, if I'm not mistaken.
Des Moines, Iowa is exactly indeed where it was.
That's where the UFC was as well.
That's where the UFC was, yeah. So good for them. They had something to do on a Friday and a Saturday, and since then there hasn't been much to do in Des Moines, I'm guessing.
Take a break from their cornfields. And
they're probably outside counting stars tonight.
Hey, man. It's God's country.
I mean, you do what you got to do.
Yep.
But anyway, LA Knight talking about how he should have got a rematch, and then, that doesn't happen anymore. Leading to LA Knight, Damian Priest getting in a match, which I feel like I am writing no contest on these sheets way more than I should. Like, do matches ever finish anymore? Like important ones?
Not when there's Backlash afoot, Kasey. You can't finish matches when you have Backlash coming up.
I guess not. I mean, it's getting a bit ridiculous. Yeah. This one ends that way due to Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu getting involved. I will say this, point 1 for LA Knight, because he did the straight up to the top rope bit again.
Yep.
And crushed it.
Yep.
No slip, no slide.
Still risking it. Risking it for the biscuit.
Every time I watch it, I'm like, oh, crap.
I know.
And he hit it perfectly.
It was good.
Good for him.
Yep.
And it feels like Priest is not the easiest person to get up there with, because Priest is also big.
Yeah, yeah.
So that worked.
Yep.
But am I wrong to say I want to see somebody get pinned one time?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think like the most interesting thing about that match, because we knew it was gonna DQ. There was a giant cat sign. I don't know if you remember the giant cat sign in the crowd.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, somebody had a blown up just picture of a cat, which I didn't understand at all. But
yes.
Iowa. So
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Bro went to the UPS store and was like, "Can you print this?" Big. And they were like, "I guess."
I would have called the FBI, but yeah, it's just me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's just me, dude.
That is a good point. Speaking of Pretty Deadly, your boys.
Yeah. Where are my boys?
They popped up on television for a second. And
They
I was
did?
like, okay, Pretty Deadly.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get some run here. But it's never good.
Ooh, broken nose, huh? Didn't kick out in time. Oh, no.
It is never good when they put you in a match with the newest people on that are getting a bit of a push.
Yeah.
And that's what they feel about Pretty Deadly. To be honest, after this booking, it feels like Pretty Deadly's lucky to still have their jobs.
Yeah.
Because they're not afraid to cut people who have been on TV the night before.
Yeah.
We found out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was this past, because I'm getting it kind of confused now. This was the whole kick out thing, yeah?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, it wasn't a good look.
It was not a good look.
But also I understand, as someone who's broken their nose many times, the last thing on my mind if I break or damage my nose and I'm seeing sparks and I'm seeing red is, oh yeah, better kick out too, by the way. You know, like...
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Still not good.
Not good, though. Not good regardless.
Not good.
Yeah. Not really... I mean... Who? Obviously, it was Axiom's... Well, it was
Yes.
Elton Prince. Not Elton Prince, I'm sorry. That's...
Nathan Frazier.
Nathan Frazier, thank you. I mean, more his fault, right? But do you put that more on Pretty Deadly? Do you put that more on...
I mean...
Axiom.
I would go on the person breaking the nose and the person that's getting their nose broken. Just in that situation, I would think, unless bro's in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should the referee have done something more? I don't know.
I mean, it's so fast, Kasey. You know, it's
know.
one of those things. Yeah.
I know it is.
It just kind of took away a little of that momentum there, but...
Well, shout out
happens.
to the boys Fraxium for getting their second win
Yeah, got the dub.
as a tag team on SmackDown. And maybe their last after that showing. Who knows? I don't. What I do know is after that, we go to Nick Aldis in the back, talking to I forget who. Oh, Eat Defeat, Meechin.
Yep.
And I just want to say I was very excited when I saw the Secret Harvest come in.
Yep.
Kind of pat down. I was like, okay.
Okay.
The bit lives.
We're still cooking. But still at the front of the line.
And then a morning Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Quality bit.
Okay.
She was hurt.
Yep.
She was wearing all black. Maybe a little tear here and there.
I liked it.
Nick Aldis wasn't having it.
Nope.
But that's okay.
I'd pay.
It worked.
It's another transition. It's another flavor of Chelsea Green, and I think we're all for that.
And they didn't give up on the bit, which I think is the most important part.
Correct. Because I think we all thought, okay, well, that's it. Cool. You know,
Yes.
like, now what are y'all going to do?
That is exactly what I thought was going to happen.
We're still in the groove. We're still in the wheelhouse.
We are still cooking, which you have to love. Speaking of things that you have to love, next up was Nia Jax making her way to the ring. And I was like, cool.
Yep.
And then Nia Jax got out there and was like, Tiffany never really beat me. That's some crap. And I was like,
Makes a pretty good point.
she does have a point. She
Yeah.
didn't really beat her. And then Tiffany came out and said, I'll beat you anywhere in the world. And I was like,
That was it. Yep. Also, Tiffany, gonna need you to interact with the fans more.
never.
Gonna need you to give some high fives. Gonna need you to get some fist bumps. Something.
Yeah,
Something.
my guess is it's like a uncomfortable thing with her is my guess.
Like germs?
Yeah, I just, for whatever reason.
Okay.
That's
Because you're in the business of wrestling, so there's gonna be some sweat and some bodies on you.
fair.
I'm just saying.
Well, that's my guess because,
Okay.
yeah, she does not look at them ever.
No.
She does not interact with them until she's in the ring and they're chanting.
Yeah.
It's not the best face look of all time. But nonetheless, she's like, I'll beat you wherever. Cool. Then Naomi was like, nah. And by the way, I still like Naomi's character. I liked her yelling at the fan mid-promo.
Okay. Yeah.
You're not in. I remember you didn't love the
It's
bit.
a little like I get it, it's unhinged, but
Well, if
I
you
don't know,
add in
man.
what she's doing on Twitter, have you seen what she's doing on Twitter?
I haven't. So
Oh my, it's
is
reckless.
it more unhinged behavior?
Oh, it's insane.
Okay.
When
Is
they
it-
were
she's just
releasing
screaming?
people, she was like, Jade should be next.
Oh.
And like, it was, she's like responding to fans,
Okay.
talking about everything.
Okay.
Like someone was talking about her behind, if you will.
Sure.
And she was like, yeah, it's large. And like, she's just
Yeah.
going at anybody.
Okay.
Anybody. And then like other superstars are quote tweeting her and she's like, I don't care. Tagging Jade, you're next. Like, you're like, it's
Damn.
good.
Okay.
She's fully committed to the bit.
Okay. I'll immerse myself a little more than Kasey, just for you.
Sweet.
All right.
So yeah, I like that. I like everything that's going on there.
Okay.
But then obviously, when Naomi comes out. Here comes Jade. And I was like, where are we going? Here, I remember back in the good old days 2 weeks ago when we thought it was going to be Jade and Tiffany Stratton. No sign of that in the near future. As everyone starts fighting each other, and then Nick Aldis, who has fully control of his show, said, hey, we'll do a tag team match later. And the crowd went mild.
Crowd's like, all right, I guess.
We move on. And by the way, this is like an hour and a half into the show. And this is really at this point.
Yep.
You get to Aleister Black.
No man is ever truly good.
Yeah. And The Miz. My biggest takeaway from this is I'm convinced Joe Tessitore, like when Joe Tessitore showed up for work 2 weeks ago, when Aleister Black was coming back, they said, hey, Joe, just so you know, Aleister Black is, it's written right here, like he's going to come back. And I believe Joe Tessitore then went, who's Aleister Black? And Triple H or whoever he's talking to said, oh, Aleister Black is without question the greatest wrestler in the history of the world. Because when this guy breathed, like Joe Tessitore loses his absolute mind.
You're not wrong.
He takes a step.
You're not wrong.
Tessitore's like, oh!
Are they like related or something? Like, is it like
no?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
But that's just how I believe it happened.
And there's Black Mass. Yeah,
like just the slightest movement of this guy, and like he's gonna kill him. Like it's a lot.
We're just waiting for him to say like this guy's got a championship written all over him.
I mean, it's a lot right now with the Joe Tessitore, Aleister Black situation. That being said, as expected by everyone. Yeah, Aleister Black gets the win over The Miz. Okay. Like, I know you like Aleister Black. Do you care yet? Like, about any, like...
No, I mean, I'm trying to, Kasey, because I do like him, but like, it's got to be the right... I just feel like, okay, you want to go with The Miz. Miz is a name, sure, but...
Miz will help.
What's like the long-term thing? I will also say, too... The Miz talking about how long he's lasted in the company, not the best look when
people are getting released.
A bunch of people just got let go. I thought, but
was that before that or after?
No, that was
I think it was the same
that
day.
was Friday. So like it happened on Friday, and then hey, a couple hours later, check me out. I've still got the longevity going.
I actually do kind of feel like I remember that live, thinking that.
Oh yeah, I remember watching like okay,
yeah. Listen, I mean, because I remember actually when he was talking about that, I remember us having the conversation last week about is Miz underrated?
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, you know what? Good job, Miz, to bring this up. But then I was like,
yeah,
people are getting cut left and right. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Like, I understand that there's going to be a bigger and better for Aleister Black, but like, I was like, okay. But I felt like that before, I guess. So I'm still very much in like the okay range.
Yeah, I'm just kind of in the like, let's wait and see range.
Maybe it'll be Carmelo Hayes. Would you be interested in that?
That'd be cool. I mean, it almost has to be, right? Because Miz and him are...
Just have a little face off. I mean, it doesn't have to be. But
no, it doesn't have to be.
It feels like it could be, but the way that they treat everybody else that comes over from ABW, they may just put them against John Cena.
Yep.
Right after that, keeping with the family, Selena Vega, Piper Niven. I was, first off, Selena Vega gets announced and the crowd goes, one of these.
Yep.
There's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of that for sure. And Piper Niven, a little bit of a reaction as well, mostly because she's with Chelsea Green. With Chelsea Green,
who's still in mourning.
Still in mourning. I was concerned because Selena Vega's 4'10".
For real.
And Piper Niven is not 4'10".
For real.
That being said, I was fine with it.
It was...
I didn't have any complaints.
Yeah, it was the match that had to be done, right? It's like the big bully versus like the tiny underdog, and the tiny underdog resorting to, taking out the knees and just kind of sticking and moving. It's the match that's only the believable match that we could have had with that pairing. Was it the cleanest? No.
No,
was
it's not
it
the
most entertaining? No, but
it wasn't bad.
It was what it was, yeah.
I, for a second, thought that they were going to have Piper win because Aldis made that comment. He was like, hey, if Piper wins, she's the number one contender.
Yeah.
And I was like, this could be interesting.
Yep. With the Secret Hervis?
Nope.
No, I hear you.
So I was like, all right, now what? Like, is Chelsea still mourning? I do think this sets up for a potentially you're crazy like Chelsea Green character.
I think so too, and that would be
she could
fantastic.
drive herself insane.
But here's the thing, Kasey, and this is why I'm a big Chelsea Green guy. Because even when you lose, like you still make it mean something. Like, think about this. How many wrestlers lose their title and like, okay, you just kind of forgotten about in a couple weeks and it's like you're on to the next thing?
Most.
Like, yeah, most. With Chelsea Green, it's like she's almost forcing you to like, hey, don't forget about me. I'm doing this new thing, and then they might evolve to something else. Like, I think that's what you have to do in wrestling.
Agreed. Agreed. And I think she's still very much a part of the story. We'll see what they do with that, but not a good night for the Secret Hervis. Overall, we got a full screen no, we didn't. We got some backstage stuff that Solo Sikoa said, nah, it shouldn't be a triple threat match between LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Jacob Fatu for the United States title. That's unfair. It should just be Drew. And then Nick Aldis said, you know what? This ain't an Adam Pearce run show, my guy.
Yeah.
We're adding him in as well.
It's a good idea.
Give it a fatal four-way at Backlash.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Solo Sikoa.
You big
quietly
dummy.
messing up for Jacob.
So, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu is going to be SummerSlam? Going to be Money in the Bank is before that? Is it going to be Money in the Bank?
I can see SummerSlam. I think
it feels kind of SummerSlam.
It's
right?
It's going to take a little bit to build, I think, right? To turn on each other. But yeah.
Yeah. Like
SummerSlam makes sense.
But anyway, it'll be Drew, LA Knight, Priest, and Fatu for the U.S. title at Backlash. And then about 2 hours into the show, we see Randy Orton. And Randy Orton spitting.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff.
Great stuff. Really coming with,
good.
Legend killer. Let's go.
He's bought in. He called out Cena selling the merch.
Yep.
You sold out long before you went with The Rock.
Yep.
Making these people pay for headbands. I was like, damn. Randy's kind of calling out the company though too at the same time.
And the best part was like, and I get if Cena would have like interrupted him, cool, but he just spit.
Yep.
Just Randy Orton. No cheap, interruptions. Just some good quality wrestling talk.
And again, it's so like that close to real. You know what I mean? Like it's as close as Cena has been too.
Correct.
Like it's perfect.
Yep.
Not like nothing else. The only thing that I wish is that, as you know, it was at SummerSlam and not Backlash. But
yeah, I hear you.
Just really good stuff. I will say the internet was talking about this a little bit early in the promo. He says that John's just the shiny new toy for the Ultimate Puppet Master, and then looks at the camera and winks. Is that The Rock, or is there more to that? I
assume it's The Rock, but stay tuned. But I think he's talking about The Rock.
I do too.
Yeah.
But I mean, people were losing their minds over that. So we'll see if that comes back up. But Randy Orton, somewhat saving the show. We go to commercial. We come back, and R-Truth in the face of Randy Orton saying, "John Cena's gonna beat you, dog. That's my childhood hero."
So, what's crazy in that? So during that segment, it dawned on me. What happens? Because think about this. Cena's last match. Who does Cena lose the title to? What happens? In some way, the dude that has always been around, who has never got his place in the sun, what happens if John Cena goes, hey, let's put the belt on R-Truth for a month? How cool would that be, Kasey?
That would be I'd be in.
Yeah, so would I, because you talk about a guy who's earned his stripes, who's been around the business forever, who has made it a fact how many times that John Cena's been his biggest hero, got him into wrestling. Talk about finishing a story for John Cena if you pass the torch to R-Truth.
That would be kind of nuts.
How cool would that be?
Yeah,
long term, no, probably not. But I'm saying for that flash in the pan, viral moment.
Yeah, he probably gets the Kofi treatment. He gets the title, the big moment, and then he gets absolutely demolished by not Lesnar, but somebody.
Whoever.
Yeah, I sneaky like it. And Truth also, if you really want to play that story out, could be the guy that brings Cena back from the dark side.
Yeah.
Because, it's Truth. So,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, that is something.
Yeah.
I will say we're running out of time for all of these people to wrestle John Cena.
I know. Yeah,
I truly hope that they were goofing with us about the no plan thing.
I know.
Because, I'm doing the math and I'm CM Punk, all the people that probably you would think would get a shot or you'd want to see. CM Punk.
Cody again.
Roman. Seth Rollins.
You can't fit it all in.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
R-Truth.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to fit it all in?
You're not going to be able to fit it all in. I just wonder who's going to get cut.
Yeah.
And I think we both are under... we're both under the impression that Cena is going to lose at some point.
Correct.
I thought about this. does the money, like, I think the Money in the Bank thing is going to tell you a lot.
Yep.
Because does the Money in the Bank winner
Come into
actually
play for
be the
Cena.
one? Like, I like the R-Truth idea, but
see, I think so whatever. If R-Truth gets money, enters Money in the Bank and he wins it, then it's too obvious.
yeah,
Like,
I don't
to
think that
me-
would be it.
To me, you got if it truly is R-Truth and you put the belt on him and you try to break the internet, it's got to be done like in the most unsuspecting
Oh, I think it almost has to be
Probable
like
way.
seen as like for the last time you want some, come get some.
or like an open challenge for one
Yeah,
last time.
And Truth comes out.
And Truth comes out and wins.
That'd be nice.
Oh man, I got goosebumps just thinking about it, Kasey.
But I wonder, like, we'll see as the Money in the Bank setup happens, but like, it would be oh, you're gone again.
Yeah.
It would be somewhat, I don't want to say cheap to play it out that way, but if a Braun Breaker were to win Money in the Bank, I'd be like, well,
Yeah. I just feel, yeah,
Logan
but then
Paul, well,
I know. But to
don't
me,
know.
I don't know. I mean, I get it, but
I think it depends on who the other champion is.
true.
But
yeah, yep.
I don't know. We will see about that. Ray Phoenix Santos Escobar is definitely not what the people in Des Moines, Iowa thought they were going to get.
Yep.
That late in
Good
the
match
night.
though.
But they got like
Jake and Lee, punching air like, oh, it could have been me,
that was like,
but it wasn't.
it was not.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Santos Escobar and crew, like they always do good work.
I know. Yeah, they're pretty dependable.
Yeah, like you pretty much know that you're getting a good one.
It's gonna be a fire one. Yeah.
It felt like just a little bit that and this might have been Des Moines, but it felt like a little bit the Ray Phoenix thing kind of wore off already.
Yeah.
Like I felt like people were like, okay.
I mean, honestly, just put them as a tag team. That's what they're supposed to be.
I know, but I still think Penta's like way over.
Yeah.
Like, what do I know?
Yeah.
But anyway, Ray Phoenix gets the win over Santos Escobar. Santos, good job, my guy. Try again next week. And then your main event for the evening: Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, and Naomi. And it was, I don't mean to say it a bad way, but it was a mess, as you would expect.
A little bit.
Everyone was trying to get theirs.
Yeah. A little bit.
No real complaints about the match, personally.
Yeah, I just think for a main event, like, did it really like send the people home with a?
No,
Yeah.
it did not. But I think probably what you're setting up there is some long-term storytelling because it ends with Jade Cargill having the belt. Because she's the one that makes the pin.
And once again, despite not shaking hands or slapping hands or saying what's up, Tiffany Stratton gets a huge pop when she got tagged in. Like, crowd loves her, which is good. It's her champion.
So, I mean, I guess we're going to do the Nia Jax thing real quick. I'm not sure where the Naomi Jade thing eventually ends, to be honest. I still think Bianca has to come back for it to fully end. But if this was somewhat of a trial run towards Jade and Tiffany and what that may look like, I feel like the reviews are going to be positive on that.
Agreed. Yeah.
Just how long does it take you to actually get to that point?
Correct.
We'll see.
Yep.
We will see. That was SmackDown. People paid money for that.
Let's go across the dirt to Omaha.
Let's go across the dirt to Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Known Omaha, Nebraska celebrities Matt Rule and Dylan Raiola in the crowd.
Yeah. Pat McAfee gassing him up like he's never gassed up anybody before.
I know. They must have cut a check of some sort.
I guess so. Put the NIL stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. In Nebraska, but, it is what it is. Jey Uso opens the show. Whole lot of yeeting. But I have a feeling that the promo that Paul Heyman cut in that opening monologue, where he just kind of loses it and starts screaming about what happened.
Yeah.
I feel like that is very much going to be a big part of Bloodline going forward.
Okay.
I don't think that was just we're filling some time here.
No, for sure.
I think that was what is going to kick off the next, eventually, not now.
Yep.
Eventually kick off the next part of the Bloodline thing.
That's fair.
With Paul Heyman saying, they left me. Roman didn't come back. He didn't come back for me anyway. He came back for the Ulafala.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? This is what he's I'm picking up what he's putting down.
Yes.
And he's damn right, by the way.
Okay, he's damn right. Crowd was still booing him, which was good, though. But do you... Okay, so if you're telling this story from Paul Heyman, do you run the risk of getting the crowd, though, to get, like, your sympathy a little bit? Because then you're going to quietly start to turn your faction into a face, which you don't want to do. Like, we're supposed to be booing, I feel like, Paul Heyman,
Yes.
Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
Correct. We are supposed to be.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But, like, the more emotion you bring into this, the more that you were wronged and you're right, you're towing the line.
This is where I would go if this is what I think it means. I think what they're trying to do is ultimately get Roman Reigns back to being the heel.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of got stuck with a Jacob Fatu being a face situation.
Yeah, true.
What if they just full flip it? Like he's talking about.
Yeah.
Roman didn't come back for me. He didn't care for me. Setting you up to not like Roman.
Yeah.
And although they're not really setting you up to like Jacob Fatu, you do.
Yep.
So if you just kind of go in this world.
Because they like Braun Breaker too, by the way.
Right.
The crowd does, yeah.
If you go in this world and say, okay, Jacob Fatu leads one side because he's clearly taken over for Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Solo goes back with Roman somehow.
Okay.
I'm not sure where the Usos fall at this point. Sami Zayn's with them.
Where does Punk fall in this?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I think this could have been kind of leading towards wherever we're going next with the bloodline stuff.
Sure.
Or they were just filling time. One of the two. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it felt like the way he was like screaming.
No, it seemed like there was more to it than just at face value.
And Jay was kind of looking at him like, maybe. He might be onto something. Now, I took that away from the promo, but then I also took this away. Why is he orange? Like, what happened? Why is he orange? This is not good. Him and Braun are orange.
Yep.
Like, is this a spray tan gone wrong?
Look, they're in the middle of Iowa or whatever, Omaha. Snow probably still there.
I mean, this is bad.
I don't know. It was, yeah.
He's orange.
Yeah. You gotta adjust the tint a little bit.
If you look at the Yeet orange shirt on the left of this picture, it is the same color as Paul Heyman's dome. What are we doing?
Do you know what I was worried about, Kasey, more than anything, honestly? I was worried about like this segment was going to end with Paul Heyman bringing Jey Uso really close and say, better be careful out there. And I'm like, oh, that's it. He's dead. There it is again. We've seen it before. Seth Rollins is going to kill Jey Uso now. Jey Uso going to lose the belt. But it didn't happen. Thank God.
It did not happen.
Thank God.
It ends with Paul Heyman baiting Jey Uso into putting his title on the line in the main event in Nebraska against Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. And I was like,
Cooking. I was excited.
I was excited because I wasn't
Omaha
sure.
was pumped. Okay, I got you.
Omaha was pumped.
Yeah,
Because guess what they're doing today?
Yeah.
Nothing. They're back to nothing.
Talk about Cornhusker football, baby.
First time in 7 months.
Well, according to Pat McAfee, he's going to win a national championship next year, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
First time in 7 months, the title's going on the line in Raw. I can tell you right now, sports radio in Omaha led with that. They're like, listen, we usually talk all Cornhuskers all the time. That's what we do here at Y2J 400 AM. But we're talking the main event of Raw.
Did you hear Pat McAfee hyping us up? I couldn't agree more with him.
We're going to play the clip of Pat McAfee saying that the Cornhuskers going to win national championship. So anyway, but at that point, I'm like, Jey Uso can't lose it on a random Monday night. And then I was like, Seth Rollins can't lose his first match in the new faction, right?
That's a good point. Good point.
Like, all right, we'll see. I guess I'm going to watch the rest. After that was Penta and JD McDonough for some reason. Penta continues to beef with the Judgment Day and continues to get the best of the Judgment Day every single time. There's 5 of them. There's 1 of Penta. And every time Penta seems to figure out a way to outsmart Carlito.
Balor, Balor's messing up, by the way.
Thrown, yeah.
Yep.
That being said, JD McDonough, always a good worker.
And I liked how he's kind of known as like the tough guy now. They talked about him essentially offing himself, it seemed like, and then came back. I mean,
yeah.
So it's cool that he's getting some well-deserved praise, man, because the lung injury that he had,
It was
dude.
gnarly.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I wouldn't have came back.
No.
No.
I'm suing. Like, the table should have been there. I don't know.
I'm suing.
Table should have been that close to the ropes. I'm suing you.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that a lot. Penta gets the win, though, over JD McDonough. We go backstage to Grayson Waller trying to get out of a match that we don't know who it's against. Unfortunate for Austin Theory, he rolls up and gets stuck in this match.
Sounds like a fight night.
We go to commercial break, and we find out the return of Sheamus. And my first thought was, hear me out, why? I got nothing against Sheamus.
No, for sure.
But why? Because here's the thing. I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of people work here.
Yeah.
And they're getting cut left and right because we don't got enough time for them.
Trying to amplify that, eventually, and I say eventually in quotations because this has been like 2 years in the making, I feel like, that Austin Theory
Yes.
and Grayson Waller are going to split.
Sure.
You think.
You
I
think.
don't know. It's been how long, Kasey?
Long time.
How long can we go on with this?
Yeah.
Come on,
hopefully not much longer. But here's why I don't understand. Like, I get Sheamus coming back. You get a reaction. That's cool. I like Sheamus. No problem. But do you really need to assert Sheamus 15 years into his career as like a killer? Like, we've been known.
Yeah. We've been.
So
we get it.
So, like, if you like, what the hell was the point of putting Sheamus? Like, we get it.
I know. Yeah.
Like, Theory was going to get squashed. You knew where that was going. But,
could have been Braun Strowman, just saying.
It could have been Braun Strowman. It could have been Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
It could have been
anybody.
Like, anybody that needed something there. Like, I know
Paul
you had
Cruz.
Rusev already booked into something. What?
Paul Cruz? I mean,
Dude,
I know it's
Karrion Kross.
Well, we get him after then.
I mean, like,
Which I think was more important. I liked what he's getting at here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he joins Kathy Kelly.
Right.
And the Devils versus the Devils that you know versus the Devils that you don't. Okay. I don't know what that means, but it sounds
It definitely means
badass.
something, for
Hey,
sure.
sounds badass. And now he's referring to his fans as the bad guys. I'm a bad guy, Casey. You a bad guy?
One of the OGs.
I'll be a bad guy too.
Yeah.
So like I like it because he's telling a very cryptic story that we don't really get, and that's fine. But now we're establishing, all right, we're all the bad guys. We're on board. I like it.
I just hope that something's going to happen.
I'm with you.
Because there is a scenario where he's just talking. Like, they're just like, go out there. He's like,
Every
okay.
week, where my bad guys at? We're cheering like, but do something, please.
Like, wrestle. He's like, no.
Yeah, nah.
I'm just going to do the puppet thing. Becky Lynch. Oh, sorry. Penta and Dom at Backlash. They put that up on the screen. It was random. Like, it felt like Michael Cole didn't even know what was happening when they put that up.
Like you're reading like a national tragedy on the live news, Casey. Good Lord. I mean, get a little zest to it.
No zest.
No zest. All right.
No
Sounds
zest.
good. All right.
Penta, Dom, Backlash.
Penta Dom. All right.
Becky Lynch made her presence felt in Nebraska, which it sounds like she was unhappy about as well, which is great. And then in one of the promos of all time, called Bailey trash.
Yeah, a couple use the word trash because me and my roommate were watching this, and my roommate couldn't get over how much she said like 20 times.
Bailey was trash. She took out the trash.
Yep.
She eliminated the trash.
Correct.
She threw the trash out.
Yep.
Then
Recycled the trash.
she switched to, well, before she did that, she switched to, that's what you do with trash. Now she's just talking generally about literal garbage.
Like,
you take it out.
Like I'm talking to like my 6-year-old who won't do the chores.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then after all of the trash talk, she goes, and then
Let's go green.
Gotta go green and recycle.
Let's go green.
And I'm just like, who wrote this?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a rough one, Casey.
Why is she saying this?
Yep.
Like, I get the first part. Like, this is where that should end. Bailey is the trash, and I had to take her out.
Yep.
I took out the
that's good.
trash that is Bailey.
Yep. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So,
Not, you got to sort the bottles and cans. I'm like, Becky.
you got to put it outside the house and wait for the garbage man to come get it, and I took it out. You're welcome.
Like, she lost all of her aura right there.
And then she's also the queen of recycling because then Valkyria comes out,
Yep.
and then if we didn't get enough trash recycling talk, it must be Earth Day because here comes Valkyria to reinforce the recycling
bit.
stuff.
Yeah, it must be big recyclers over at the Lyra Valkyria household.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Once we got past that point, like it was fine. Lyra cooked her a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Got physical.
Becky just
Maybe don't wear a skirt though. Like I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
You know,
The high
stuff
platform
hanging out.
shoes are a decision. Have you seen those shoes she's
Oh,
wearing?
that's starting to be a staple now. With her.
She's like 6 feet. In
Oh
those.
yeah, you gotta purvey the fact that she's tall. I get it.
I mean, I guess.
You can't have a bunch of Selena Vegas running around. With all due respect to her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't. Yeah. But yeah, and then they fight a little bit, and Adam Pearce finally gets control of the situation, splits them up, and we're gonna get that.
Aldis
match.
would have had him wrestling tonight, that night, but
absolutely, Aldis wouldn't have let that happen. But indeed, we're gonna get that at Backlash, which we already knew. Do you care? Like, are you in?
Yeah. I will say this: Valkyria has like made a name more.
This has been good for Valkyria.
So that's been good for her,
which is what they wanted.
Correct. So,
but doesn't Becky have to win?
You would think, or do we just get like a complete meltdown now? I don't know.
Because if she doesn't win, where does she go?
Well, if she loses,
they give her the Charlotte treatment.
Well, if she loses, then she's going to be like even a bigger heel. I feel like. So yeah, I hear
you. Hey, speaking of people that are short, Io Sky. In action in Nebraska against Roxanne Perez, who also doesn't seem like the tallest human on Earth.
Sure.
And
good match, though.
Good quality
Great
wrestling match.
Yep.
Io Sky's very good. Roxanne Perez is very good, as advertised.
Technical at the end.
Technical at the
end. For
end.
the pin.
Played out how it should have. Io Sky getting the win. A little handshake from Roxanne Perez.
Okay, yeah. We're all good now. Or are we?
I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Nope.
Not.
I'm sick of this bitch.
Julia.
I'm sick of Julia.
I know, man.
I know you like her. I'm sick of her.
I'm trying to hype her up, and all she's doing
is
the
worst.
Taking out knees.
She's mean.
I know, man.
She's a
Hair
meanie.
Looks cool though. She's a meanie.
Yeah, and then Roxanne came back for more.
And
where was Rhea Ripley?
Well, and then it's kind of sad because Dakota Kai wasn't there
to help. No.
Yeah,
Bailey's not there,
and that's sad.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the payoff? Do you know?
I guess like they're gonna set up Team NXT versus Team whatever Raw whenever that's Survivor Series. Isn't that one?
That's like November.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to justify it. I have no idea.
Like Roxanne, like neither of them are gonna wrestle for the title.
I don't think so.
See, but originally you were building like the Rhea Ripley thing, so like I thought Rhea was coming out and it was gonna be a tag match.
Yeah.
But then Rhea didn't come out, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Are we doing?" Adam
Julia's
Pearce?
just being a big bully. I don't.
I hate Julia.
I mean, dude, I don't like. Listen, I've been hyping her up because I feel like she can do so much more. But.
She's the worst.
Okay, well, be nice.
Send her to NXT again.
Well, she's been in. She is NXT.
Send her farther down. No, I'm not gonna say that. Send her.
LFG,
send her to,
the LFG.
No,
show?
send her to AEW. Forget it.
Oh, easy now.
Go to TNA. You got to get out.
Well, she turned down AEW, by the way. But
oh, did she?
Yeah.
Well, joke's on her. She should have been there because she would have been more than just attacking Io Sky. Maybe not. Anyway,
Arby's we got next, right?
Arby's we got next.
Somebody want to make an Arby's night?
I mean, this is a classic Arby's. We've got the meats. Good one. You got to sponsor this one if you're Arby's.
Oh yeah.
No entrance shown for Otis and whoever they are now. American
Alpha.
American
right?
Alphas.
Yeah, American Alphas.
Something like that.
I think so.
No entrance seen from them. They just happen to be in the ring. Rusev, on the other hand,
bunch of cronies. Yep.
Like, I just don't care. I know I'm probably in the minority. I don't care at all.
It was kind of whatever.
Yeah. Entrance is kind of cool, but like when he was walking and they're like showing the crowd, it's not like people were going like bananas. Just like, okay, Rusev. Then Otis got killed.
Crowd was pretty quiet for this one for a guy that's saying. Yeah.
There's no reaction really to Rusev. Like who? Like I don't know. I thought I was kind of alone on that. Maybe I'm not.
No, you weren't. I noticed it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otis gets obliterated. He taps out.
Tozawa gets some of the.
Tozawa's like, I can do this.
Yep.
You can't.
Yep.
And then Otis got more when Pierce didn't have any control of the situation at all because it's Pierce.
Shocking.
Otis likely dead. Tozawa, no idea. Where's Maxine? I feel like Maxine's got to step in at some point.
Maxine was just there. Waiting for Lana, maybe.
I was just gonna say we needed Lana to come out, and then Maxine and Lana. I mean, but yeah, I don't care in the slightest.
It happened. Yep.
It definitely happened. A lot of it happened this last week. But then they go to commercial and they come back and Pierce is still in the ring. I'm like, dude, go home.
Nope.
But
Bring
then
up Pat.
he said, can we get a Pat McAfee up here? I was like, oh my God, I forgot this is happening.
I know, right?
And then we got a white jacket,
Yeah.
cloth looking, something that your grandma would make, white shirt, jacket, Gunther.
Catalina wine mixer Gunther.
That actually was pretty damn close to Catalina wine mixer Gunther. Black tee underneath.
Yeah, so it's
So
still
he's
there.
fighting.
It's still there.
He still got it.
But it's like the juxtaposition. It's almost
fighting
like
for life.
it's like Spider-Man 2 or 3 with Toby?
3.
When he's like like
He's fighting black suit Spider-Man.
Black suit Spider-Man, but he's like yeah. Except white suit Spider-Man was winning with Gunther. I don't like that.
Yeah, I think what that was telling us is like he's still
It's
in
still
there,
Don't
but he's
push
on
him.
life support. If you're wearing something that I can only assume Stephanie McMahon like knitted right before that he went out there,
Hey Gunther, wear this. Yeah.
I mean, brutal.
Yeah.
Now on to the actual bit. McAfee was spitting. I ain't gonna lie. Like McAfee killed it on the mic.
That was good.
Gunther was actually also pretty good on the
Not
mic.
bad, yeah.
Not
yeah.
bad. Not
I expected a little more fear stricken into McAfee, but whatever.
Sure, I
That's
think
fine.
that might be on McAfee to like maybe play the part a little bit.
Yeah.
But I keep coming back to the point of like, there is no way that this is actually the match.
I know.
But I don't know what it's gonna be.
Well, Gunther, hey, I'm gonna say this right now. Gunther better win. With all due respect to Pat McAfee, this better be a squash. It better be bloody. It better be violent, and it better end with Gunther getting his hand raised.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you want
Gunther
to
has
keep any
kill him.
kind of legitimacy with him.
Yeah, Gunther has to kill. That's why I don't think that it's gonna be Gunther.
Okay.
But I can't figure out who it's gonna be.
You got like what? No time left. I mean,
No, it's gonna be a surprise. I think it was gonna
okay.
be a surprise the whole time.
Okay.
But like, who makes sense? Because this whole thing is because McAfee is defending Cole.
Yeah.
So who's friends with who's like a friend of McAfee's who can like an actual wrestler?
Corey Graves.
It's not.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
It's
That's
definitely
That
not.
was a joke.
Um,
Wade Barrett.
It's probably not going to be Wade Barrett.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be McAfee, man.
I hope not. Now, I don't want to sound any alarms, but McAfee has definitely had on his show multiple times and has a good relation with Brock Lesnar. That's all I'm saying.
There's no way.
But wouldn't that be something?
Be awesome,
That'd be great.
but you can't. You're gonna reveal Brock Lesnar because of Pat Mc. I just have a hard time. Brock's gonna come back because he doesn't like the way Michael Cole is being treated. Come on, Kasey.
No.
Come on, Kasey.
Okay. Then you like McAfee Gunther better?
Not really, but I like Gunther beating the crap out of McAfee and McAfee taking some time off, probably going on a little vacation.
Stupid.
I know, stupid, but
You could have done it when he choked
so it's
him
got to
out.
happen. So it's got to happen.
It's a mess.
So it's got to happen.
It's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
If McAfee actually wrestles, I'm not going to be happy.
Might take Michael Cole out too at the process.
What if they just had like a month of no commentators? Like it's all dead silent. That would actually be kind of funny.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be the bit.
I mean, with all the
They get like R-Truth out
well,
there.
I remember when Jerry the King Lawler had his heart attack, and that's what it was.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's
I'm
fair.
not gonna lie, Casey. Spoiler alert. Wasn't as cool as you thought it was?
But how funny would it be if like they both get choked out and then on the following
yeah,
Monday
and then
they start and there's nobody there and they go to like the desk and
There's
there's
just
nobody.
candles on the desk.
And then like you just see Wade Barrett like, or I guess. All right,
man.
Wade Barrett on Raw. Here we go.
We got to hurry up, guys, because we got to get the predictions too quick.
Seth and Jey Uso in the main event. I really didn't know where this was going to go.
Yeah.
Match was dope. It was like 20 something minutes.
Yeah, great match. Seth Rollins, dude. I mean, guy's a worker.
Guy's a worker.
Great match.
I mean, the kick out of the curb stomp was
Yep.
definitely something. I thought it was over for sure.
Yep, same. Uso
When do
splash.
people ever kick out of the curb stomp?
Never really. Uso splash
Kicked out.
with the spear. The spear counter with the pedigree. Thought was nicely done.
That was insane.
That was cool.
I didn't know what happened. Like, I don't think Michael Cole knew what happened.
Oh, no. That's the replay.
You had to see the replay because,
Yeah.
like, I was like, my first thought was like, Jay slipped on the spear.
I thought, like, okay, that was a botch.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, oh, no.
And then when they show you the replay, it's like, holy crap, it was perfect.
Touche.
It could not have been more better executed, in my opinion, for what they were trying to do.
Correct.
But props to them because when he hit the Uso splash, I thought Jay was winning, and when he hit the stomp, I thought Seth was getting it.
Yep.
Here comes Sami Zayn to get involved, and he gets speared multiple times. Rest in peace, Sami Zayn. We'll miss you.
CM Punk comes out with a chair.
CM Punk comes out with the chair, the grand reveal, which eventually ends the match.
Which then ends the episode saying, okay, well, Paul Heyman's group needs another guy. That's what that was. Do they have a name yet or not? No? Okay.
Right hand.
Seth Rollins and the guys. All right.
Orange Crew.
Yeah, the Orange
It goes with Becky's hair. Like Becky's hair's orange.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, so they need one more.
Yep.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when that grand reveal is. I don't think you need to super sprint on that.
Let it be a slow burn.
Slow burn. I like that. But yeah, you definitely need another person. Who will that person be? Could it be Big Jim? No. Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right, I got the lineup here. You want me to go over it?
Yeah, you go ahead.
How much time we got? 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Plenty of time, Kasey. Not bad. I was rushing us for nothing. Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. How we feeling?
Dom just got it.
Yep.
Super good reaction.
Yep.
It feels like, though, that they're still pushing Penta as hard as they can.
Sure.
I do think this is a toss-up. You could see
Okay.
either winning.
Okay.
Give me the dirtiest. Dominic Mysterio.
I think you got to keep the momentum with Dom. He has the belt now. Penta, he's loved, but now.
That will be 2 championship losses for Penta, though.
Yeah. Well, sounds like a tag team. Next up, what are you gonna do? Yeah, what are you gonna do? Next you got Jacob Fatu. This is the Fatal 4-Way. Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre.
Well, you can automatically eliminate Drew because he never wins the big one. Sorry, Drew.
Okay.
LA Knight. Probably not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Priest. That just
seen
doesn't feel right. Give me Jacob Fatu to retain it.
I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre, and somehow Solo is going to cost Fatu, and that's where the feud is going to start.
Okay.
And that's where the backlash.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Drew winning the big one. Good for Drew.
Yeah, about time, right?
It's been years.
Pat McAfee versus Gunther, if it actually does happen.
Give me Gunther to beat Brock Lesnar.
Are we getting, we're getting wrestling Gunther, but like, are we going to see the vintage soul, the black t-shirt, black long sleeve? Okay.
There's no scenario that they do this match and Gunther doesn't kill him.
Unless it comes out in flip-flops, like
Tommy Bahama Gunther.
Who was the Matt Riddle Gunther? Stoner and flip-flops Gunther.
No. Not Matt Riddle Gunther. Not Bro Gunther.
Bro Gunther?
No.
Ooh, man.
It's got to be Gunther.
He's a big chungus. All right.
If it's not, what do you do? Does he get fired? Like, there is no coming back from
riot. Then
he's back to, who was he, Walter?
Yeah, exactly.
He's back to Walter.
Back to Walter. Women's Intercontinental Championship, Lyra Valkyria taking on Becky Lynch. This is a coin flip to me.
I know, I agree. I think it's got to be Becky. Because if it's not Becky, what's the point? Does she, I just want to bring this up real quick. Where is Charlotte?
True.
And does Becky go there if
she
loses? I think Becky's got to win. I really do.
I think it's Becky, too, because this is how Bayley gets her revenge now.
Yes. I think Bayley then comes back and plays a part. Because also, Lyra's had a good run, and really this is the only story it's been.
Yeah.
She's been elevated here, but I don't think it makes sense for her to win here. So
correct.
I'll go Becky.
Next up, we got, this is the main event? Wow, we really went through that quickly. Main event, John Cena, Randy Orton.
I want it so bad.
I know.
Randy Orton.
I know.
I want it so bad. But I think we're going, it's a short, we just talked about there's not many matches. I think we're going a casual 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think John, unfortunately, kills him right in front of his family.
But
I think I think that's a big part of the story. I think John does some heel crap to Randy right in front of his kids. I think that's a big part of how that plays out.
Is there going to be interference? Is Travis Scott's Fiend song going to play again?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I don't think you do it in
or
this
it's
spot.
The Rock, whatever.
I know you did it in the main event of WrestleMania, so you can do it in any spot. I think you let these two just tell their story.
I just don't want to see Travis. I'm telling you right now, Kasey, I'm going to be on one if we see Travis Scott again by himself.
I'd be shocked. I would sure.
As would I, but I will say I will be on one. Just let you know.
But you're picking John?
Oh, yeah, John Cena all day. It's got to be. You can't take it off him right now.
No.
I know.
It's got to be.
But, man, I like this version of Orton, though.
I do, too.
Yeah.
He's going to be defeated after this.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy.
Mm-hmm. Does Kevin Owens come back? Oh, no, Kevin Owens is hurt.
No.
Sorry. Yeah,
Long way. Long way to go.
Okay.
That'll do it. Scraphouse on a Wednesday night. Backlash coming up this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
We do a show, Kasey, from Backlash, or not? We good?
You want to?
We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll see you on Saturday, maybe not.
To be determined.
To be determined. TBD.
We'll talk to you at some point. See you later.